All right, welcome back to the beautiful Madison Center here in Phoenix, Arizona. It's great to have you with us. Thanks for staying tuned to Newsmax here. Now, for our next questions, we wanted to show everyone a clip from one of your political campaigns, one of your political ads. We'll ask you a question about the content of your ad following it. The first one we have is from Mr. Lamon.
It's a DC gang!
Well, if it isn't Big Jim Lamon.
We're tired of being pushed around.
And open borders.
And gas prices.
The good people of Arizona have had enough of you. It's time for a showdown. I'm Jim Lamon, and I approve this message.
Well, we know your supporters like it, Mr. Lamon, and you ran that ad during the Super Bowl, of course. And we've also seen an increase in the number of mass shootings here recently. And Congress has passed laws to protect the Supreme Court justices, give them added protection. Now, do you think political ads depicting violence, even in jest, as clearly that was, is good for our political discussion?
Well, John, again, by the way, in reholstering that revolver, I did do that. It took 32 times. I had 30 with the guy that was teaching me, and then Sheriff Lamb came on, who was part of the ad, and the second time he showed me I got it right. You know, I think this guy is a weird. Sometimes you got to do a little of this, because what was going on in that ad is that the Marxists had come to town to take over an American town that didn't need Marxists. And so I'm simply saying, guys, get rid of these guys. And yes, our Second Amendment is precious. So are assets in our schools. And yes, we need to harden those with off-duty police officers. We have a mental health problem in this country that the left have put everybody on the street. That needs to be addressed, but not our Second Amendment, guys. That's our last line of defense that we have in this country, not only in our homes, but in our country as well.
All right, then the next ad we have is from Mr. Masters. Let's take a look at that one.
Psychopaths are running the country right now. You've got Biden, Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mark Kelly. These people don't care what's actually happening to you. If you're paying double for a tank of gas, they'll say, don't worry, that's temporary. If you see millions of people coming across our southern border, they'll say, don't worry, it's racist to care. Or if you're concerned that your kid's school is shut down, again, they'll say, don't worry, safety first.
All right, Mr. Masters, you begin that ad obviously with the words, psychopaths are running this country right now. Now, if you are elected, of course, you might have to work with Senator Schumer someday, who you obviously call a psychopath.
Or not, right? How about that?
Well, do you think this type of inflammatory language is good for public policy?
I'll defend what I said. Yeah, how else? Look at what the Democrats are doing. Okay, everything that they touch is just on fire right now. They've delivered nothing but chaos and pain. They've given us a border crisis, an inflation crisis, a supply chain crisis, crime is skyrocketing, and look at the ideology that they're pushing in the schools. And so I'm sorry, but I look at what the Democrats are doing. And to go back to my Jimmy Carter analogy, Jimmy Carter, man, he was incompetent, he was misguided pursuing these left-wing policies. It didn't work, but I think his heart was in the right place. Contrast that to the Democrats in charge right now. I think they're ashamed of this country. That's why they're pushing the 1619 history curriculum, teaching kids to hate this country. They don't believe in America. They don't believe in nations. They believe in globalism. They believe in open borders. And I think that's psychopathic. I really do. Okay? And so I'll defend that ad. And, you know, I'm proud of it, frankly.
Well,
the next step.
I just like to say there is something that Blake and I agree to. I think his ad was well done.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
We can disagree and we can agree. We can also agree here. Let's get to General McGuire's ad here. Let's take a look at this one.
In Arizona, border security can be life or death. There are good men running for the Senate. Good stories about how they might shore up the border. But I'm the only one who's done it. As commanding general of the Arizona National Guard, I stood this ground and directly oversaw operations that kept your family safe. I can do it again. I'm General Mick McGuire, and I approve this message.
General, you called your opponents good men in that ad there. You're obviously running a different kind of campaign, though. Do you think you need to go negative, though, at some point on your opponents?
No. I think I need to make it clear that we need a great leader. Now, I will tell you this. I'll defend that ad. I am the only one. I'm not going down to the border for photos. I've been down there many times. There's a picture of my great guardsmen from this great state, your neighbors, doing a drug narcotic interdiction near Safford or near Sonoyta. And I'm telling you, everything that we face right now is a real threat. As a fourth-generation Arizonan, this is a deadly serious problem we have. The only thing that demarcates us from Mexico is the border. The thing that makes us the greatest country in the world is the rule of law. If we walk away from it now, you're never coming back. You're never coming back. And that's why we have got to enforce every law. The radical left wants control of your children, your thought, your resources, and your gunpowder. That's why I'm running, to stop that.
All right, the next.
John, as a fellow veteran, I'd like to thank Mick for his service, and one of those who are not a woke general. Thank you, Mick.
Duly noted. Duly noted.